Good morning and welcome back to my kitchen. If you're new here, my name is Kat and we are baking our way through Some of My Best Friends Are Cookies by Emelia Jackson. Today's recipe is cocoa meringue kisses. Meringue is really easy, so this shouldn't take us too long to do at all. Because it does need to be baked at a very low temperature, I'm going to be using my air fryer oven again, but I will show you that when we get to it. So the very first thing we need to do is separate our egg whites from our egg yolks. We need to make sure not to get any of the yolk in our whites or it won't whip up properly. And this recipe calls for 3 egg whites. I will keep these yolks and I'll make a lemon curd or a carbonara or something out of them. And this recipe does call for a 1/4 teaspoon of cream of tartar. I don't usually add cream of tartar to my meringue kisses because I think that they're pretty small and they tend to stand up on their own, but we're going to follow the recipe. I'm going to get my whisk and we're going to get that mixing. So we've got those just to soft peaks. So we're going to add our sugar. We're doing 75 grams of caster sugar. And 75 grams of icing sugar. And we're just going to slowly add this in as it's mixing. So we've got some firm peaks. If I tip the bowl upside down, they don't fall out. And I've got just a disposable piping bag. So we're going to scoop our meringue into this piping bag. You can check that your meringue has mixed enough and that it has dissolved all the sugar by taking a bit of the meringue and rubbing it between your fingers. And you'll be able to feel the sugar grains if your meringue still needs to mix a bit more. It says to use a star nozzle, but I'm just going to do plain. Meringue doesn't spread, so you can have them nice and close together. And I'm going to refill my bag and do the second tray. So these two trays are going to go into my 100-degree oven for about an hour, and then I'm going to let them cool in the oven until it's completely cold. So we'll come back in about an hour and see how they look. So they're out of the oven. They look pretty good. They feel cooked. And the last thing that we need to do is make these cocoa meringue kisses. It does say to dip the bottoms into melted chocolate. I don't feel like doing that today, mostly because my son is a little bit dairy intolerant, and at the moment these are completely dairy free. And if I add chocolate to them, they won't be. So I think what I will do is I will just add the cocoa powder, and these are not coming off the tray very nicely. They are very sticky. I probably should have used the baking paper, or maybe they just need to cook a little bit longer to get them really crisp. So to make them cocoa meringue powder, to make them cocoa meringue kisses, we're just going to dust them with some cocoa powder. They look pretty cute. And they taste like meringues. I quite like them. I'll definitely sprinkle some cocoa powder over my future meringues. I don't know that adding the cream of tartar does anything for them. I'm sure the kids will enjoy snacking on those over the next couple of days. And I will see you next week. Bye for now.